Hi friends, this is Bhargav Modi. I'm business director at Edugo abroad. So friends, as we all know, we are in a very difficult situation. This situation is more worsen for our students, our prospective students, because we all know many of our students they already decided to study abroad. They already applied to a lot of universities. They already had went through a lot of steps as well. But because of this global pandemic, they all have to wait for some time, and the wait is for some more time as well. Normally in these days, I receive a lot of student calls, and individually I explain and I consult them. This lockdown can be used in a lot of different ways. This lockdown period is a period when you can do a lot of things which you cannot do in routine time. So this I'm making this video basically for all our students. So what I thought is, instead of talking to one, let me just make a video of 10 interesting things a student should do in this lockdown period, just to utilize the days that they have indoors. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll explain each and every interesting thing in detail which a student can do, and I'm very sure if you kind of do those all 10 things, when we see the other side of the tunnel, when things get normal, the students will be right in front of the cube. So let's start what you should do in this lockdown time. So first thing is, you can explore your skills and passion. What I mean is, normally, for an example, you are a student, you have studied computer science. Now, more than often, what you do is you come to me and say, hey, I've done bachelor's in computer science. What should I do? The normal programs are masters in computer science or masters in IT. But then there are students whose passion is into mathematics, into different numbers. So they can get into masters in data science, masters in data analytics. So if your passion is into numbers, then you also know how to do algorithm, how to crack algorithm, and how to code those algorithms, then masters in data science could be an option for you. If I break this in normal technical example, there are a lot of students who must have done their bachelor's into BCom or BBA or BA, whatever, but their passion is into cooking. They want to become a chef. So this is a time when you can utilize your skills, analyze your skills, and then look for the courses could be like culinary art. So my thing is, first point is you should utilize this time to analyze your skills. Now second, once you've analyzed your skills or passion, it's time to know which courses or how to build your career around your skills. Right, like I mentioned, you want to do something into culinary art, then you should know what kind of career you could get into. There are a lot of 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, wherein you can become a Michelin star chef. Or for an example, you are thinking of doing something into IoT, being an IT background, or you want to get into for an example, artificial intelligence, machine learning, then you should look at all those courses available in top European universities. So this is also a big task, right? Because knowing a skill and then understanding what kind of courses you can get into is also a good research. To me, I think it's a good research of 7 days. Go to each and every courses and understand what kind of modules you're going to study. So it is a good research to do during this lockdown time. I'm sorry. The third thing, once you have analyzed your skill, once you know what kind of courses you can get into, third thing is right up front. You have to understand, you have to decide, you have to research what kind of universities or countries you can get into, right? This is again a next part of your research. For an example, you would want to go into, I'll just recollect the same example. You would want to go into masters in data science or data analytics. Now, many countries like USA, Canada, France, Ireland, Poland, Germany. There are a lot of universities in these countries will give you the same program, but you need to understand which modules really connect your skills. Also, you need to understand how long the span of the course is and what kind of study structures have been practiced in those universities. So yes, third point is you have to do a thorough research on the universities where you can get into these courses. Fourth, once you have done your skills, you know where to go. Fourth is, it is again very, very important. Mind you, the consultants or the agents would tell you, okay, you go to this universities, and because of the good consultancy or the counseling, you would decide to go to that particular university. But it's a time to utilize. So you can go online, check the virtual tour of those universities. Almost all good universities do have their 360-degree virtual tour. So take a tour, take an online tour, see what kind of lab facilities a university has. The other thing you can do is you can get in touch with the alumni network of those universities, so that you will understand what kind of study and what kind of careers are going to follow once you do your study from that specific university. Yes, friends. So this is again a good task to do during your lockdown time, because in normal routine day you will go through 1, 2, 3 or 5 university at one go. But it's a time you can go and take a virtual tour of at least 50-60 universities and do a good research about it. Okay. Now, fifth point would be, you should also, because in Europe, all these universities during your studies, they'll give you Erasmus as well as internship. Now, normally students, what they do is they go to a specific country and university, and then after going there, they'll realize, okay, which company to go for the internship. But it's a time you should also prepare yourself to finalize or identify in which companies you can get into your internship, because during your course 2 to 6 months of internships are there during your course structure. So it's a good time to analyze which kind of companies you can get into to practice your internship during your study, because all that during internship is also a vital part of your study. If you have done a good internship, mind you, there are a lot of students have been consumed by the same company post their graduation. So take out some time and try and analyze what kind of companies you can get into, or you can apply for your internship while you are studying abroad. So this is point number 5. Now, point number 6 and point number 7 to me is the most crucial point, because like you all know, you're going to European countries, and each country would have their different languages. Yes, of course, as a student, you learn those languages when you're there. But it's a time you can take a month crash course, online course to learn the language. For example, there are a lot of students who are going to France. Now there is a campus France almost in every cities. Alliance de France they call it. So students go to Alliance de France and learn their A1 language. This is a time when they are also going online, so you can get in touch with the Alliance de France and you can learn the French language there as well. It is similar with German language, or Polish language, or a Latvian language, or a Danish language as well. So it's a good time to learn the European or a different language. This is point number 6 and point number 7. Point number 7 is equally important, because a lot of students in typical regional environment, students their English is pretty good. When it comes to writing, their English is pretty well, but when it comes to speaking or talking, they are a little introvert. So what I would suggest is, you can sharpen your English language as well. You can go for a crash program into IELTS. There are a lot of consultancies who are going for online IELTS classes as well, and there are a lot of tutors who would give you online classes for IELTS as well. So sharpen your English, and if at all you would want to go for English tests like IELTS or a TOEFL or a PT, just go for it. It's a time to utilize for the skills. Point number 8. So point number 8 is you should read a lot of books. So when I say you can learn different language, you can sharpen your English, reading books will add to that. So a lot of students, what they do is they read English newspapers, they read a lot of novels just to strengthen their vocab. So it's a free time. Reading a novel will give you a good perspective about how to build a story. It will also analyze. It will also strengthen your analytical skills as well, and eventually it will also better your English. So it's a time you can read your favorite books. This is point number 8. Read books as much as you can. Point number 9. Now I'm tempted. So it's not in my scheme of things, but I'm tempted to save. It's a free time. You must finish your Netflix, Amazon Prime videos, right? So go and finish those videos, and if it is in English, better it is. If it is in French or German, better it is, because it is going to help you sharpen your foreign language. So yes, point number 8 and 9 is to make you a little free from your lot of analysis, research and all, but it is also going to help you in a way as well, right? And point number 10 is very simple. Once you've done from point number 1, your skills, where to find this course, which university to go into, research on the university, research on the course structures, research on the internships, research on the companies, a lot of English and local language taste. The point number 10 is also you should find a source where you can apply. There are a lot of universities you can apply directly, or you can we help almost 10,000 students a year to apply in your top European universities. So you can find a source, can come to us, and you can apply into top universities. Mind you, all the European universities, they're working from home, they're working a full day, and they're right there to help each and every student. So don't think that the application processes are not going forward. Yes, all the universities are working from home and they are there to help you. So thank you, friends. I think this point from number 1 to 10 interesting things you can do at home during your lockdown time, I think it is going to help you a lot. Stay safe, guys, stay indoors and utilize the maximum time. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.